Okay, hello. Okay, hopefully this time will work. My name is Ahmad. We'll try to cover the two sections of our final project in 3 to 4 minutes. And the first part was Kaggle here, and yep, so Sharon. Okay, perfect. So the in Kaggle part, it's pretty straightforward. The dataset was already given to us, and this is here. Uh, the global superstore dataset, and first step is obviously the packages. Once we have that, we make sure that we have access to our dataset, which is a global superstore. In this case, having txt data instead of CSV didn't cause any issue, as it's a relatively small dataset and being already structured. I didn't worry to converting that. And basically this project had a couple sections. The first is the cleaning, removing duplicates, standardizing them, using regex for further cleaning spreadsheet, and standardize headers with uh, lowercase and using underscore instead of space. So in in a state column, we realize that there are a few countries, and that for that purpose we create separate variable and we made sure that only states are included in that column. And the next step will be after that we made sure that our numeric data is represented accordingly. That will be used for further statistical analysis. And then one more step is basically using adding buckets. Those buckets will be using in a visualization stage. And the next step is aggregation. So for aggregation, we use top and bottom performing states. We calculated gross margin product per category, and also we computed the customer lifetime value. And this code below will do those aggregations, and the new variables we created after aggregations, they will be used for our visualizations. There are certain visualizations as they only can be performed after those aggregations. We use 4 different charts here: line, scatter plot, bar chart, and box plot. And as you can see here, we have a bar chart, and yeah, and then 3 different bar charts. One is horizontal, and then here we have a comparison of sales and profit line chart, and we can see profit being more stable over the year as compared to how sales fluctuates. And then my favorite is scatter plot. Basically, that is to showcase how shipping cost correlates with profit, and then we can see that how the biggest concentration is around 0, and but once we surpass the 2000, we see there are only few outliers remain. And the second project is web scraping related. We did web scraping from a baseball almanac website. For that, I solely focused on that. I worked on VS Code, and here I will try to. I already accessed Streamlit. So in VS Code, as in VS Code notebook, it's broken down to the folders, directories, as well as README. README have a more detailed explanation what the Capstone is about, what's the project structure, as well as key insights we found out, and also future improvements. For this particular project, unfortunately, I realized too late that I was scraping the data from East Coast for National League. For that reason, I couldn't see SF Giants performance. That could be something I could do later to add that dataset as well to see that historical remarks of a West Coast team. I will dive straight to Streamlit because other than that, it's pretty straightforward, except parsing. Parsing was a crucial step during standard making the data more interpretable and usable for further analysis. And talking about Streamlit, on left hand side we have filters with a year from 1876 to 2025, and then we have three sections on right hand side. The heading leader performance, pitching performance, and team analysis. How certain team, how many championship won by certain team, and then those will be demonstrated as a heat map below. On top of heat map, we can choose, we can compare them to another team, and also we can choose a line chart. On left hand side, there is a small detail as we have a big span of data collecting. There is like certain years where there are certain years where like we have a certain players. They might not played in that time period. For that reason, we show this no data available for selected filters message, but that's not error. That's simply because the data was not available for that particular year. And one of the improvements later could be done is about the heat map. Heat map is over colored, so instead of using red and green, could be used something more light and readable. So in this small example, we can put together few teams, and in this line chart we can see the performance. And on the pitching performance, instead of team, we have a separate player, and as mentioned, if that year is aligned with the time of that player, we will able to see more detail in two different visualization.